Hello there, it's Rocky Nash live in Las Vegas. And no, the background is not Las Vegas. It's because the alternative is just my green screen. So I popped a picture in there. How are you doing tonight? It's been a minute and thanks for being here. And if you haven't already, subscribe because I'm going to take you on a story of being live stream ready. And if you're new here, please put your name in the comments because I got started over on Periscope, so I've been trying to move quite a few of my friends over here because it was really easy to stream to YouTube. So I'll just do both videos there. But I started out doing live stream travel videos and teaching businesses how to go live and monetize their videos or to tell their story or put their business online using live stream, things like that. But I always have given away free tips and things like that. Like if you go to my website, rockynash.com, there is a downloadable sheet if you haven't gone live yet on my best tips and not even tricks, it's just tips and strategies for going live to promote your business, your product, or your service, or just tell your story like I'm going to do today. So, and I see there are people here, so definitely put your name in the comments and say hi, and I'll shout you back because I have right over here a little my phone on a little mount so I can see your names because I want to say hi. But basically, one of my tips is on how to be camera ready. There are many tips under that category, but for me, I've always had baby fine eyebrows, and I've been obsessed on Instagram with watching people who have like full hair eyebrows and they just get them waxed. I'm like so jealous because I don't wear a lot of makeup, but the longest part of my process of getting ready before going on camera as a live stream host and now a professional producer is my eyebrows, because I feel like if you can't see my expression, hey El Cannon, good to see you, it's like you can't see my expression, and so it's so important. So I would spend time on them, and I know eyebrows can't be twins, but at least sisters. And so some days they would be thinner or thicker, or they'd have a higher arch, and they're like, is she angry? Hey Lolly, I miss you, good to see you. Good to see you all here. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what my experience was in trying to become more camera ready. And because even though I was comfortable going live every day, you know how we have those roller coasters of being confident on camera going and then getting into a rut sometimes, right? In any industry. So I actually got busy helping others going live. That's where I've been. And then professionally working with a news organization doing live production. And so I started to neglect my own channels, and then so getting revved back up to go live daily was a bit much. I'd be tired after doing it for work. So this is my journey back to regularly live streaming. So thanks for being here. And if you haven't subscribed here on YouTube, please remember to do so. I'm going to also make an effort to be over on Periscope more often. But let's take a pause. How are you doing? I know it's been rough, but I'm thinking of you, and I'm hanging in there too during this COVID pandemic. But I want to continue to bring you positive stories and things related to how you can use the live stream to promote your business. So that's what we're going to do here. And so for my eyebrows, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I love to promote small businesses and just share the love. And I found a local eyebrow company, Neeziie Babiie Beauty, and I would just comment on Neezie's artwork and also the art of her different brow artists, and I'd be like, oh, love your work. Oh, one day I want to get that done when I have time or when the funds align. But whenever they would say they needed a model, I would just hit up the DMs really quickly and be like, whenever you have time, I'm available. And months passed, and I would ask questions of different amazing brow artists with Neeziie Babiie Beauty salon here. And one day Neeziie was like, I need a model. So I was like, I'm available. Like, it doesn't even matter what day it is, because to wake up and not have to draw my eyebrows and sweat one day and wondering if it wiped off my face was like, I knew that was going to save me a ton of time. So I hope my story of the process, the healing process, and the touch-up process, which I just did yesterday. So my eyebrows have been healed for months, and I just went in yesterday to get a touch-up. They were already perfect. Kind of like look really natural because it faded off. But the reason they're darker today is because you go on your touch-up appointment to see if you want to make it, do another pass to make them a little darker, or or refine the line or anything like that. So if you don't know what what did I write in the title? Ombre Powder Brows are. There's micro blading there's micro shading, combo brows, and then ombre powder brows. Now we know what ombre is like for hair, you know, where it's like your hair is like natural color and then it goes to another color, it fades down, like that's an ombre. So an ombre powder brow, the way I would explain it, not as a brow artist but as a customer, is, by the way, I was a model, so I didn't have to pay for this, but this is not a sponsored video. This is just my honest feedback on the experience. But it's like where it starts off, once it heals, because I'm going to go live each day, because after 8 days it just start to crack and peel off so that you can see what it's going to look like as it heals. So I'm going to just go live every day so you can see it. But this is day 1 basically of her doing a second pass over the eyebrows, where you can see there's my hair there, but behind it is the shading. But it's going to eventually heal. It'll get lighter, way lighter, and then it'll blend in with my natural hairs, and you'll just think, well, what's that shadow behind her natural brows? And it makes it look like from far away I have brows. Okay, so I'm going to show you pictures, because I meant to do the process on July 25th when I initially went in to be a ombre powder brow model, where it's not doing with a blade, like, forgive me for my terminology, I'm not a brow artist, but it's not where she's putting strokes that look like hair in. It's where she's passing over with like pigment behind my brows. They map it, and then they color it in, and then like a tattoo of sorts. And then when that heals and falls off, it looks like just a shadowing behind your brow. So it's not making hair strokes, it's just making a shadow behind your brows. That's how I would explain it as a regular person. But you'll see it. I'm going to show you pictures right now. But if you have questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for joining live. Let's see here. So first, I'm going to go ahead and show you my before picture. Prepare yourself. But if you've already been following me in my travel broadcast on Periscope years ago, I started in 2015, you'll remember the baby brows. Here we go. So this is a before. And I had no makeup on, of course. You see that? Ta-da! There you go. See? Very fine brows. Nothing there. As in fact, that's the picture I sent Neeziie. It was like, I don't know. I got really sparse brows here. I don't know if you can work with this. But that was me in the parking lot. And then immediately after the appointment, let me close out YouTube because it was actually on my phone. Immediately after my appointment, it was about a 3-hour appointment. Look, they're darker, but you can tell they almost look like laminated brows almost, because they're perfect. They're darker, kind of a little shiny, but definitely had brows after that day. But the very next day, it started to like heal, right? And then I put on a little bit of makeup and lashes because I was like, wow, I have brows. I woke up with brows. But you see how they're still a little bit shiny, because it's going to start to scab over and get thicker. That was day 2. And I am going to make a recorded, edited video of this, because just showing you my phone screen is, I don't know how well you can see it. But that was day 2. It's another one from day 2. But see, I don't really wear a lot of makeup, but my eyebrows are like really important. And I put on false lashes just to enhance them those days, but I don't wear lashes because I have a hard time putting them on, to be honest. And they make my eyes itch. I can't do it. So basically day 2 through 5 look like that. I just was walking around my eye, but it kept getting darker actually, because as it heals, the scabs start to make your eyebrows look darker. And so you start to wonder. And oh, by the way, about the process, it doesn't really hurt. It more so like feels like little tiny bee stings. So I don't know what a tattoo feels like because I don't have like a tattoo anywhere. But I guess that's technically what this is on my eyebrows. But it didn't hurt. And she numbs you so often, you're not really feeling anything but a little tiny prick, like a little bee sting. But it's not painful. It doesn't tickle. It's just like a little sting over and over again. But she's constantly numbing the area, so it doesn't really hurt. I wanted to say that. But because of the longest part of the process was the mapping, by the way. It was her drawing them on and having this mapping process to make sure they're symmetrical and everything. I'm going out of order. If you have questions, let me know. But it basically was a 3-hour appointment, but most of it was mapping and then passing over my eyebrows. So day 6 and 7. So day 2 through 5 looked just like what I just showed you. Day 6 and 7, by the way, don't get in the shower. So you have to like totally bowl bath, a shower, hand wash up instead of a full shower, because that steam will mess with your eyebrows and healing, and you need them to stay dry to heal. Just like so that the scabbing process completes. So by day 6, not that you're not cleaning yourself, definitely wash up, but by day 7, you can get into a steam shower. And that's what I did. But she supplies you with this little shield. It's really cute. Look at this. It's actually pretty COVID ready because, well, no, just for my eyes only, but it stuck to my head. It was like a little plastic thing, and I just stuck it on my face, and it protected my eyebrows so I could hop in the shower. So day 6 and 7, though, is when it starts to itch a little bit. It's where it gets a little puffy because it's a little scab, but it's not puffy. It's just, you can tell, like, hey, wait a minute. Her eyebrows are perfect, but they're kind of raised a little bit. Like, are those real? Like, what's going on? And that's when it starts to itch a little bit because the scabbing is complete and it's about to start cracking and come off. So this is literally the next day after start itching, it started to crack. So this is day 8. Day 8. And you see those little cracks in there? And then that's when you're like, do I want to go out? Because it looks like I'm a snake, like peeling my skin off on your eyebrows. It doesn't look terrible, but if somebody gets up close to you, it's very clear that your eyebrows have scabbed and are cracking off. That's day 8, but don't panic because this is normal. I have to say that. Day 8, here's another one. You see that? It's very clear that it's cracking. So, I mean, I had a full week of perfect eyebrows that were just healed over. And then it was those 2 to 3 days where it was evident that it was cracking and it'll start to peel off. Here we go. Day 9 was, for me, the day I was like, I better stay inside because it started to my whole skin actually started to feel like, I was like, my whole skin, it just reacted differently. It wasn't a breakout or anything. It was just that I knew my skin was peeling and little flakes started to fall off my eyebrows. Like I'd be writing and I'd be like, and sometimes because I was trying to hurry the process, like you don't pick at all because you don't want to mess the healing of the pigment so they'll be uneven, but you just start to feel your eyebrows coming off and it's little flakes coming, but then beneath it is light, and so you're like, oh my god, where's the color? And it starts to dry, and once it starts to heal, it looks like your eyeballs you went through all that work and it's just light, but the pigment comes back. So don't panic because this is day 10 through 13 where it was like completely healed, all the scabs had fallen off, but it was so light. That's part of the normal process because right after that 2-week mark, the color came back and it was perfect. The strokes of my hair were darker rather than the pigments. So it was just like a nice shadowing behind my eyebrows and made it look like I had enough hair to fill in a full eyebrow shape. And this is what it looked like. Yay! So I was loving them so much that even though you're recommended to go in like 8 weeks after your initial appointment for a follow-up, I went in after 10 weeks. So, because I was like, I stopped wearing makeup. I was like, I have eyebrows. I'm set. But yesterday I did go in. I messaged Neeziie and we had set up an appointment. And so that was yesterday. So this is me in the beautiful shop here in Vegas with my little bee mask and my eyebrows. So that's what my eyebrows look like. Can you see them? See, they were darker, looking more natural. You can see the hairs of my real eyebrows and then just the shadowing behind it. And this is just me home. This is the touch-up day. Make it bigger. There we go. So this is like, this is from yesterday. Ta-da! So they're darker, they're healing. I know that's just the way the picture looks. It doesn't look like they're symmetrical, but they're perfect. This is a full 24 hours later. So nothing to be afraid of. It wasn't painful. It was cool, but the healing process, just to be aware that your eyebrow, that it's not painful. They constantly numb your eyebrows. It's the longest part of the process, the mapping. Once they start, let me check your comments and make sure you're not saying anything because I closed it to show you that on my phone. Hey Steve, sorry about that. Like it took me forever to say hello. I just had to get through all those pictures on my phone. Yes. By the way, are you guys all over still on Periscope? Just let me know. Thanks for the thumbs up. Are you still over on Periscope? So that I can check you out there as well. Because this is live right now. Let me go ahead and you're going to show all utility windows. Your comment. Oh, there we go. Hey, Steve. Oh my God. I'm using Ecamm right now, by the way, if you're wondering. about all this setup, like my little overlays and how I have my little timer. I went away for a moment, but now I'm back. So this is I'm using Ecamm, and they have a new much. Oops, I accidentally did it like 3 times. I'll be right back. This is live. I think it's about to go to my timer screen again. No, it's gonna stay here. Hey, Careers in Focus. Is that David? What's up? Good to see you. I was going through the process of my Ombre Powder Brows. I forgot to document it when I got it done in July. Now it's October and I went in for the touch-up appointment, but it's basically because I don't wear a lot of makeup, but my eyebrows are so fine. I modeled for a local company here in Vegas that does microblading, micro shading, and combo brows, where it's a combination of the blading and the shading. I got my eyebrows done, so they're healing, and I just wanted to document that process because so many people are considering it so they can wake up and be Zoom ready or live stream ready. Hey, David. I like that. That's good. Good branding. Careers in Focus. Yeah. So I was just talking about how I started over on Periscope, and now I'm here on YouTube Live, so thanks for coming over here. And now that I'm taking a little break from the professional live broadcasting for vacation. Not that I'm stopping, because I'm still doing that. I'm just on vacation right now. I wanted to make sure to hop back onto my own personal live stream channels and check in and see how everybody's doing and just catch up on some live streaming tips. So I am going to, by the way, side note, have a live stream best practices webinar, like a little tiny one, like 30 minutes on, but I'm going to be beta testing a new app called Got My. That's on October 15th at 6:30 p.m. You can check out for that information on my social media channels at Rocky Nash Live on Twitter and the app Got My. But I'll tweet it out again so that you can see it. You're in the process. Oh, nice. Nice there. I love Amazon. I really do. I Justine posted the other day about wishing there was a lockout button, because for the first few months of this pandemic, I was just like sitting around ordering Amazon things like all day. And I'm like, no, I don't need anything else. Like, I've only bought what was on my wish list, but then it started to be like, well, maybe I need this. Maybe I have an air fryer in my room that's unpacked but sitting on the bookshelf. Like, I know I need it, but I didn't need it right now. So I have made a commitment to myself that I will not be ordering anything else from Amazon for the rest of the month after the cart that I have full right now. Like, once I press send on that today, then I'm not ordering anything else. Yeah, everybody, right? It's not just me. It's like everybody. Like, people are really going wild with ordering online. But I'm on a budget, so I'm gonna need to save for a rainy day, and that's like every day right now. So I said I'm gonna be really smart and save. But besides that, I went off topic a little bit. Just happy to see you here, and I'm going to go live again tomorrow because this is day 1 of the second pass over my Ombre Powder Brows. But so they're darker right now, but they're gonna heal and look even more natural after 2 weeks. But I'll let you see the real deal, like when it starts to crack and fall off and flake. But this is for everyone. Maybe you just want to get your eyebrows shaded in a little bit, and then it'll just be like a shadow behind your natural brows. So I like it. I don't just like it, I love it. So thank you, Neeziie, and thank you everybody for being here. That's my story for Ombre Powder Brows, my experience. It wasn't painful. It was a great experience. I went to Neeziie Babiie Beauty. You can find her on Instagram, and I'll put it in the comments and the description below. I highly recommend it. You can find her on Instagram. And if you have any questions for me, you can always comment below and I will reply. And I'm going to also do this stream over on Periscope because I miss it. I miss you guys. You had a pizza roll tonight with your air fryer? Okay, wait. tell me, like, which one did you get? I got the Instapot Vortex Plus. And I was watching all these videos and they were saying how it's like the best for rotisserie. And I'm like, I've never cooked a whole chicken, but I'm about to buy a 3.5-pound chicken so I can put it in there and like rotisserie because it's amazing. I've made chicken tenders in the other air fryer. What is it called? It's round. It's like a cylinder shape, but this one's like the oven. Which one do you have? David says he wants those Jack Nicholson eyebrows. You can get them, David. I recommend you go to Neeziie. She can do it. And you know what's funny right now is I'm trying to follow your comments, and because I don't go live on YouTube all the time, I'm confused as to why I'm seeing the past on my phone. Like, I'm looking at the comments inside of on my YouTube channel and I'm seeing your comments from the past. So what I'm going to do is focus on Ecamm, because Ecamm, if you don't know what it is a live streaming software for Mac. So it allows me to do these different scenes. I pre-program them, all the overlays, my intro video, split screens. If I want to interview someone, I can bring them in. How I'm seeing your comments right now, like I can put them on the screen. Like for instance, I'm going to add David's comment to the screen. That's how I did that using Ecamm. And if I wanted to, and it goes away after 5 seconds. And then if I wanted to add Steve's comment, it will automatically fall into where David's comment was. So it's just a nice little platform. I'll put the link below. I'll put the link below, but I love it. It's so easy for Mac to produce a live stream that looks like a show using Ecamm. It's spelled Ecamm. I gotta start putting little overlays with what other products I use. But I do have a kit. Yes, if you go to kit.co/Rocky Nash Live, all the gear that I use is online. Oh, it's on my website. It's also on my website. So just go to rockynash.com and on the homepage, scroll down and say build your own studio. Everything I'm using right now, from my lights to my camera, my computer, my microphone, all the mounts that are around me, except for this C stand. Don't ask why I'm using a C stand to hold a phone, but it's one of my old C stands from when I was a commercial photographer, and I'm using this ginormous, you know what a C stand is? It's this huge metal light stand that I would use for my professional lights, like with a beauty dish and everything, and I have a little Archon mount to hold a phone screwed onto the top of that instead of a ginormous light source to hold my phone. It's ridiculous. I have to show you all one day. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I am kind of overdoing it, but you know I'm a little techie. Yeah, whatever works, whatever works. But I'm happy to see you here, and if I forgot anything, I'll just be live tomorrow. So thank you for being here. You already subscribed because that's how you saw this live stream, but I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll talk about all things air fryer, and eyebrows, and Amazon, and I hope you get what you want too. David, Steve, L. Cannon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Let's do my out screen. Ooh, I haven't done this in a while. Where's my outro?